Nah, that's probably nothing. Okay, now let's get to the actual video. So, I'm sorry, it's wasted 10 seconds of your life, but today we're talking about, Keanu Reeves' oldest movie. Not his oldest movie, there's movies he made before this movie, but this is the movie that took Keanu Reeves to basically, he has, a resurgence since, and when John Wick, of course, came out, but The Matrix is one of Keanu Reeves' older movies. And yes, it's a movie that came out in 1999. That's pretty old. Okay, it's an old movie. It's one of the last movies that came out in the 90s. It's also a cyberpunk movie in the same genre as Alita Battle Angel and Ready Player One and Blade Runner, where cyberpunk basically means low tech versus high tech. Which of course the low tech is of course you know using guns and stuff and stuff and the high tech, of course, of the machine societies, the machines, and of course the Matrix itself. Okay, and basically the movie is about Neo. He is the chosen one, or the one, as they refer to him for the entire franchise. Actually, all three of the movies, basically, believes that Morpheus, an elusive figure considered the most dangerous man alive. It can answer this question: what is the Matrix? Of course, if we watch the movie, they explain to you what the Matrix is. It's basically there is the the reality that they want you to believe, and basically, the Matrix is the fake reality created by the machines. Okay, the fake reality to keep everyone in control, okay? And basically, the machines, through the agents, control anyone who is basically a threat to the Matrix and basically, and Neo is contacted by Trinity, a stranger who leads him to the underworld, a beautiful stranger who leads him to the underworld. He meets Morpheus, and of course, the Morpheus that sells him the basically if the red pill basically takes him to and the blue pill, the famous scene. Of course, he takes the one where he knows more about the Matrix, and they fight against the AI. Fighting a blue battle against the AI, a tool that could cost Neo something more precious than his wife. You know, basically, they found out that the machines are actually, it's actually the year more movie takes place in 1999, but it's actually more closer to 2099. You know, where the machines have basically taken over the world. Basically, we tried to stop the machines because, and then we found out the machines rely on sunlight, so we basically tried to make sure the machines could get any sunlight. And of course, the machines decided, find out their own ways. They found out, hey, humans have a lot of energy, so let's use humans as power, okay? And actually, there are tons of scenes in the movie, like, machines harvesting humans, but it's a cyberpunk movie. It's supposed to be there were supposed to be parts of the movie that were bizarre, or the bug going in the bar again in Neo's body, basically, by the agents. But of course, these are machines. They don't really care about humans. All they want really is control, and they really want to, have control over what everybody's movements in the society that is created by the machines. Okay, and basically, throughout the movie, basically at the beginning of the movie, Neo is living basically two lives. He is living one of them is Neil, and one of them is this businessman, and basically, eventually he meets Morpheus, and that's where all the previous stuff mentioned. Those Now let's go over all the this movie. When I first reviewed it a year ago, I was kind of in a bad mood. I didn't, we were doing other things, and I was kind of in a bad mood. I had to, someone wanted me to watch it with them. I said, "Here, fine." And I was saying though, saying no, and it also didn't help that I don't like disturbing things. I don't like horror movies. Okay, you all know I do not like horror movies because I'm a big, wussy when it comes to horror movies. The Matrix is not a horror movie, but anything that is slightly scary, okay, or disturbing, okay, you know. Before I watched this movie, all I remembered was that scene, well, the bug scene. That's all I really remembered. I remember, and of course, the final fight scene is, of course, one of the best, pretty great scene where they go in, fight, the cops and stuff, and of course, the ending scene is a very satisfying scene where Neo gets where they kill Neo, but he comes back and he beats the agent to turn him into Smith, the main antagonist of the third movie, basically, and the second movie, and antagonist in the second movie. Um, and Smith basically started existing at the end of the movie. He used to be an agent, but he got turned into Smith, who basically turns everybody else into Smith. So it is a pretty great movie. It's a classic cyberpunk movie. Um, you could not know that's a cyberpunk movie. Obviously, it's a cyberpunk movie. You expect stuff to be, kind of disturbing. It's a cyberpunk movie. It's like Blade Runner. And it's basically past the idea that we might as well already be in a Matrix, but we just do not know. We might not know that it's a Matrix. It also populates the whole theory that we live in a simulation. This movie actually populated that whole theory in a nutshell. And basically, it's very similar to the Terminator, where basically, well, in the future, but it's very similar with the machines and the future rule our society. But this also, food that says, oh, we might be living in a simulation. Okay, in Matrix, we might be living in the Matrix. Okay, you know, we might actually, be living in the Matrix as well. We might actually not be living in real life society. But it's also pretty parallel to another cyberpunk movie called The Terminator, because The Terminator is also about a future basically ruled by machines, and the few surviving humans are basically trying to survive against a bunch of machines. Okay, you know, also very similar to Alita, where a lot of characters in Alita are cyborgs, or even the manga, a lot of characters are actually cyborgs or machines. Okay, not really actual. Not there's actually very few actual humans left. Okay, that's basically cyberpunk in a nutshell. That's basically you expect there to be you know, and everybody has like holes like no fit no holes in their body because they have stuff to. Because the machines put them in these things, so they'll put them to the matrix for the rest of the whole life until the machines harvest them for the machine powers. You know, so of course it's a very great sci-fi movie. I'm gonna relate the movie. Obviously, it has Keanu Reeves in it. Of course, we all know how great Keanu Reeves is in the John Wick movie. He's pretty great in this movie too. Keanu Reeves is pretty great in this movie. And you can really tell that difference between Keanu Reeves in this movie and Keanu Reeves in John Wick. He is a lot younger than in John Wick. You know, the overall this movie is pretty great. It's pretty cool. It has a lot of great action scenes. The second movie has more action scenes in it, but it's basically a dystopian future where basically the aliens control, not aliens, but machines control the world. Basically, like it's a dystopian society where basically and of course it's about how a guy learns the truth about how bad these machines really are, how evil these machines are, and we need to stop the machines. And also it's a warning sign that AI cannot be trusted. Another similar to the Terminator and Terminator 2. Okay, you cannot trust the AI. We shouldn't trust AI. Okay, you know. I did go over, a movie like, the politics of like the Matrix, because, why we shouldn't trust and Terminator as well, because you can't really trust AI. This proves that the AI is just not good. Okay, AI is just not good. Okay, same thing with Terminator. Okay, Terminator is very similar. Okay, with AI, we made AI and AI goes crazy and just takes over the world or kills us all, or takes us over. Basically, and basically Earth becomes a machine society, and we have to try to fight back. You know, I'm not gonna spoil the second movie or the third movie, besides Smith being the antagonist, because he is the antagonist of the second third movie, and that's basically what the hinting toward. That's what they're saying, and also in the movie you learn that basically it's kind of and it is the probably mm, overall I give this movie a 10 out of 10. It's a very great sci-fi movie. I'm sorry, I had bad perception. All it did was take a rewatch of this movie, anyways. Sometimes when you first watch a movie, you won't like it as much at the second time. And obviously, I decided to watch this with a much less grumpy mind. So obviously, I like the movie much more than I did a year ago. So all it does it take is a rewatch of a movie, and I could like it again. So I won't probably change my mind the last time though, but I always consider The Matrix to be a good movie to begin with, but I like it even more than the first time I watched it, which for some movies it is very well. You watch the movie again, you sometimes don't like it less. Like, for example, Endgame is one example, or, The Walking of Dinosaurs, the movie. Okay, that's another example. I loved watching it the first time, but then I hated it. But then after like 3 or 4 viewings, I like, why did I like this movie? It's not even funny at all. Okay, and that's basically it. Goodbye.